You could be losing muscle every single night, just because of what you eat before bed. And the worst part? It's something most seniors think is healthy. Most people over 60 think of aging as something that happens slowly, over years, maybe decades. But what if I told you that, right now, while you sleep, your body might be losing precious muscle, night after night, without you even knowing? And that the cause might be something as innocent as a small bowl of fruit, a slice of toast, or a glass of warm milk. This isn't some rare condition or medical emergency. It's a quiet, invisible decline happening in millions of seniors every night. The name for it is sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. It starts as early as your 40s, but after 60, it speeds up dramatically. And the most dangerous thing about it is how silent it is. One morning, you notice that getting out of bed feels harder. A week later, walking upstairs leaves you winded. A month after that, you hesitate before stepping off the curb. It doesn't feel like you're sick. It just feels like you're not yourself anymore. But here's the shocking part. Sarcopenia isn't just caused by aging. It's heavily influenced by what you eat and when you eat it, especially at night. You see, your body doesn't just sleep. While you rest, it's actually incredibly busy. Nighttime is when your body performs its most important repair and recovery tasks. That includes rebuilding and preserving muscle. But this only happens if the right nutrients are available in your bloodstream at the right time. And for many seniors, they're not. The most common bedtime snacks, like fruit, cereal, crackers, or juice, might seem harmless, even healthy. But they spike your blood sugar, trigger an insulin surge, and suppress growth hormone, the very hormone responsible for maintaining muscle during sleep. That means your body can't access the fuel it needs to repair muscle and instead starts breaking it down. What's worse, most seniors already consume too little protein during the day. By bedtime, their amino acid levels are already low. If you then add a carb-heavy snack without protein, your body enters an overnight fast completely undernourished. Your muscles don't have what they need to survive the night. The result? You wake up just a little weaker. Not enough to notice at first, but it builds. Slowly, quietly, relentlessly. And by the time you realize you've lost muscle, it's often after a fall, a scare, or a diagnosis that no one saw coming. The good news? This process is reversible. But only if you know what's really happening while you sleep, and how your evening routine could be the key to protecting your strength, balance, and independence. If you're oversleep, your body doesn't rebuild muscle the same way it used to. In your 20s or 30s, even a poor night's sleep or a skipped meal wouldn't cause much damage. Your body bounced back. But as we age, that recovery window narrows, and every small decision matters more. Especially at night. Your body has a very specific way of managing fuel and repair during sleep. When you go to bed, your insulin levels should be low. Your growth hormone should begin to rise, and your body should enter a state of recovery. But if you eat a snack that's high in carbohydrates, say a banana, a slice of bread, or even a low-fat granola bar, you cause a spike in blood sugar. That spike triggers insulin, and insulin, while useful during the day, is counterproductive at night. It blocks the release of growth hormone and interferes with the natural overnight repair cycle. Growth hormone is one of the primary drivers of muscle maintenance. It helps shuttle amino acids into muscle tissue. It tells your body to protect and preserve lean mass. If it's suppressed, your body still needs fuel to run your heart, your brain, your breathing. But without nutrients in the bloodstream and with no access to stored energy, it begins pulling amino acids from your own muscles. It breaks them down, converts them to glucose, and uses them for energy. This process is called gluconeogenesis. And while it's a survival mechanism, it comes at a cost. Every night this happens, your body becomes slightly weaker, slightly less stable, slightly more vulnerable. The even bigger issue is that seniors already face a reduced ability to absorb protein. As we age, our digestive enzymes decrease. Our stomach acid production slows. Our muscle receptors become less sensitive to amino acids. That means even if you eat enough protein during the day, your body uses it less efficiently. So going to bed without protein, or worse, with just sugar, means you're entering the longest fasting window of your day without the resources to preserve your strength. Some seniors make it worse by avoiding dinner altogether or eating light at night, believing it will help with digestion or sleep. While the intention is good, the result can be harmful. Without a proper evening meal or bedtime snack rich in slow-digesting protein, your body essentially runs on fumes during its most important repair hours. If you add poor sleep quality into the mix, waking up to use the bathroom, tossing and turning, or shallow breathing due to apnea, then the muscle breakdown intensifies. Sleep fragmentation interrupts hormonal cycles and leaves you feeling unrefreshed, even if you were in bed for 8 hours. It's not just the length of sleep that matters. It's the depth and hormonal environment during that sleep. Now that we understand how fragile the nighttime balance is for seniors and how easily it can tip toward muscle loss, it's time to talk about solutions. Because the right bedtime snack can do the opposite of harm. It can actually nourish your muscles, stabilize your blood sugar, improve your sleep quality, and help you wake up stronger. One of the most powerful tools in your nutrition toolbox is casein protein. Unlike whey, which digests quickly and is ideal after a workout, casein digests slowly. That means it releases a steady stream of amino acids into your bloodstream over several hours, perfect for sleep. Casein is found in simple foods like cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. Just half a cup of full-fat cottage cheese an hour before bed can give your muscles enough leucine, a key amino acid for muscle repair, to support recovery during the night. Another excellent option is hard-boiled eggs. Eggs are high in bioavailable protein and naturally rich in leucine. Having 2 eggs before bed gives your body not only protein but also healthy fats that slow digestion, keeping those amino acids circulating longer. And since they're low in sugar and carbohydrates, they won't spike insulin or interfere with growth hormone. For a plant-based alternative, chia seed pudding made with almond or oat milk can be a fantastic option. Chia seeds absorb liquid and form a gel-like texture that slows digestion. They contain a mix of plant-based protein, fiber, and omega-3 fats, nutrients that help calm inflammation and regulate blood sugar. Add a few chopped walnuts and you're not just helping your muscles. You're also promoting deeper, more restful sleep thanks to natural melatonin. You could also try a small portion of turkey breast, which contains tryptophan, an amino acid that aids in sleep by boosting serotonin and melatonin production. Pair it with a slice of avocado for healthy fats, and you've got a bedtime meal that promotes muscle preservation and better rest at the same time. What should you avoid? Let's be clear, it's not just about calories. It's about the type of food. Some of the worst offenders, when it comes to nighttime muscle loss, are surprisingly common. Take fruit, for example. While fruit is generally healthy, eating it alone before bed can cause a spike in blood sugar. It's mostly natural sugar without any fat or protein to slow absorption, and that disrupts the hormonal balance needed for overnight repair. Cereal with milk is another one. Even so-called healthy cereals are usually packed with carbohydrates. And milk, while nutritious, contains lactose, a sugar that can elevate insulin and interfere with digestion, especially late at night. Starchy snacks like toast, crackers, or rice cakes digest quickly, raise blood sugar fast, and do little to nothing in terms of supporting your muscle tissue. In fact, they often lead to a blood sugar crash while you sleep. And low-fat yogurts? Many contain added sugars to make up for lost flavor. While they may seem like a light and healthy option, these sugars can trigger inflammation and insulin spikes, exactly what you want to avoid before rest. It's not about giving up snacks. It's about using that final meal as a strategic opportunity to fuel your body at its most vulnerable time. Think of your bedtime snack not as a treat, but as muscle insurance. You're feeding the repair process. You're giving your body what it needs to restore, not erode. Even with perfect bedtime nutrition, your body's ability to preserve muscle can still be compromised if certain lifestyle habits are working against you. And for many seniors, the issue isn't just what they're eating, but how they're sleeping, moving, and hydrating. Going to bed even mildly dehydrated can significantly increase muscle breakdown. Water is essential for nutrient transport, muscle elasticity, and cellular repair. When you're dehydrated, blood flow to muscle tissue decreases, meaning fewer amino acids and less oxygen get delivered where they're needed. Overnight, this creates a low-grade stress environment that tells your body to conserve water and fuel, often by catabolizing muscle tissue for energy. Seniors are especially vulnerable to this because our sense of thirst declines with age. By the time you feel thirsty, you may already be dehydrated. And if you avoid water in the evening to prevent bathroom trips, you may unintentionally go to sleep with poor fluid status. The result? You wake up stiff, groggy, and weaker. Fragmented sleep is another issue. Many seniors struggle with shallow sleep, frequent awakenings, or conditions like sleep apnea. Unfortunately, muscle repair happens mostly during the deep stages of non-REM sleep, particularly the slow wave phase. If your body doesn't enter or sustain that phase long enough, your repair cycle is cut short, regardless of how much protein is in your system. Evening screen time, noise, medications, and sedentary behavior can interfere. A short walk or gentle stretches before bed can help. Movement signals your body that your muscles are needed and should be preserved. And don't forget medications. Some drugs taken before bed, like statins, diuretics, sleep aids, can interfere with protein metabolism or hormone production. Always check with your doctor. These small, invisible habits either help preserve muscle or quietly take it away. So here's a simple protocol to try. About an hour before bed, eat a snack that supports muscle repair. Choose something like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, hard-boiled eggs, or chia pudding. Add a little healthy fat like avocado or walnuts to help your body absorb nutrients slowly through the night. Then 30 minutes before bed, move your body gently. You don't need to do a full workout. Just a short walk, some light stretching, or seated leg lifts can help signal to your body that your muscles are in use and need to be preserved. 15 minutes before sleep, make sure your environment is set up for rest. Dim the lights, shut down screens, and keep the room cool and quiet. A small glass of water can help support hydration, just enough to avoid dehydration, but not so much that it disrupts your sleep. Of course, any changes to your routine, especially involving food, supplements, or medication, should always be discussed with your healthcare provider. This is especially important if you're taking prescription drugs that affect hormones, metabolism, or blood sugar. Your doctor can help tailor these suggestions to your specific health needs. And to be clear, fruits are not your enemy. In fact, they're rich in fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients that support overall health. The concern isn't about eating fruit in general. It's about eating fruit by itself right before bed, when your body needs protein and fat to stay balanced during the night. During the day, fruit can be an excellent part of a senior's diet. At night, just make sure it's paired with other nutrients. Finally, when you lie down, remind yourself, you're not just going to sleep. You're stepping into your recovery phase. This is when your body gets to work repairing, rebuilding, and preserving what matters most. Your strength, your balance, your independence. That's the real takeaway. Aging well isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters, at the right time. And for your muscles, that right time is overnight. So next time you reach for a snack before bed, ask yourself, is this feeding comfort or feeding strength? Because you deserve to wake up stronger, not just older.